Hey coaches, this is your next installment of my Power Hour tutorial, and in this episode I wanted to show you how I keep my Facebook inbox from going crazy, and how, if you are using a tracking system, you can actually keep your inbox very clear so that it's obvious who you need to talk to in there and it doesn't become a mess. So, first thing you do obviously is come to Facebook. I click on this and I click on my, to go to your messages. And then I click down here to say see all so that I get the full screen of messages. So, as an example, in the last tutorial, I showed you how I added people to my Facebook community every day and how I initially add them to my tracker and message them right when we become friends, right? This just establishes our first contact so that we're not random strangers that are friends. But problem is that, like this guy, Roger, he responded right back, but many people don't use Messenger, and so they might never respond to your message. You can't count on them seeing it. So I don't want these messages sitting here forever and then me have to go and scroll down lower and lower and lower to see the messages I haven't read yet. So what I do is, as an example, right, once I add somebody to my network and I send them their initial message, I've put them in my Teamsy, right? So Roger's already in here with all of his tags, and you can see that, I've logged the message I sent to him. So I don't need this anymore. So what will happen is this is a bad example because he just replied, but let's say Chris. What happens is when Chris responds to this message, if he does, it'll pop all the way back up here to the top, right? So I'll know that he replied. The same thing happens if you, as an example, archive this message. What will happen is it removes it from your inbox so that you don't have to look at it, but as soon as he replies, it'll pop it right back up here to the top. So, as an example, my goal every day for every message I send is that I send the person a message, I log it in my Teamsy, and then I click on archive to clear out my inbox. Okay, so since I've already done that with all of these people that I added today as new contacts, I can confidently go and archive this message. Now I don't have to look at them or think about them until either they respond to my message and it pops back into my new messages page, or, which we haven't talked about this yet, but either that or Teamsy tells me that I have a follow-up to do with them today, right? So that is my tip for you guys. Like, keep your inbox clear. I have some catching up to do today, obviously, but don't leave thousands of messages over here because it's going to be difficult for you to figure out who is waiting for your reply. I have missed so many reply messages from clients, from customers and prospects because they got lost in this shuffle. But if every time you send a message to somebody, you log it in your tracking system and then archive the message, then you know that the ball is in their court. And as soon as they pass the ball back to you, it's going to pop back up in your newsfeed. So my goal at the end of the day is always to have my recent messages totally clear. If you ever want to find these messages, the ones that you sent in the past, you can go to your archived folder and every message you've ever sent on Facebook is in there. Okay, hopefully this is helpful, guys. Keep your inbox clear. It'll help keep your sanity. And if you have any questions on this, comment them below. Otherwise, try it out and see how it works. All right, bye.